Hey, how you doing everyone? Happy Monday, happy Sunday. Don't know wherever you are, whenever you're seeing this video, happy that day. So, today I wanted to answer the $1,000,000 question. And that $1,000,000 question is that I get every single day, like literally 20, 30 times a day, is that when will I get a job? Can you please tell me the timing of when will I get a job? And I'm going to tell you the scenario today and give you the answers to when you will get a job. And as always, if you want to know where your planetary placements are and to learn all the secrets of aspect and conjunction and Vedic astrology, for that check out the links here where you can get my books and the full astrological report. And the answer to that is there is no answer for this. The reason why, okay, when you ask me when will I get a job, I am looking at through a different perspective, and that will also make sense later on. Because it's not your own horoscope that is stopping you from getting a job. It's not the lack of opportunity, because remember, planets are not only affecting and doing their job through their main period, Mahadasha, through their transit of yearly transit, monthly transit, weekly transit, daily transit, but hourly transit. Every hour there's a certain planet going. And because of these different layers of planetary movements and planetary effect on you as a just single individual, the opportunity of opening and closing of your job opportunity is coming at a most random pace. It is 1 hour you have an opportunity, 1 hour you don't. Next day you have an opportunity, next day you don't. So when you ask me this question, when you will get a job, any day can be the best day for you to get a job, even in your worst Mahadasha. But the thing is that you have to realize is that depending upon what place and country you're in, that is the most important thing that is affecting you from you getting a job. Because remember, there are opportunities everywhere. If you want to get a job, you can go get a job right now in a restaurant, apply in a restaurant, apply in customer service in any company, go in, banking customer service, IT customer service. You can go for people who take payments over the phone. You can do that customer service job. Those are million a day because they're looking for 24-hour, people to work any time of the day. You can get that job. You can be a janitor. You can be, and I've done all these jobs. The reason why I say this is because I'm the best guinea pig for this question, because I've held 40, 50 jobs, in the past 20 years. And there was never a certain time, because especially when I was learning astrology and going through all of this, looking at transit, looking at yearly and all your calls that come every hour, like Rahu Kal, Guru Kal, Shani Kal, like meaning that Saturn hour of the Saturn hour, the Jupiter. And I've looked at all these. I'm like, okay, let me see if I get a job. The moment that they hired me, I would go out of the office, I would look at my phone, or I would look at, my laptop, and I would see that, okay, whatever I'm running, and I would be running the most worst hour when I got the job. My Mahadasha wasn't good. But the thing is, because of the fact I'm in the country where there are million jobs, there are 300 million people, and there are a lot of jobs. Even though you hear on the television there are lack of jobs, no, it's not lack of jobs. It's just that people are not willing to work for a certain position. So if you're a computer programmer and you're a supervisor, you were making $120,000 a year. You will wait 2 years, a year, to make sure you get that particular job than you going for a car salesman to make that money. And what happens is a lot of times these kind of people are sending me the messages. They're saying, I haven't had a job in 2 years. Why am I going through such a bad period of time? And when I have this conversation with them, they're like, yeah, I'm looking for this particular job. So what happens is they're automatically narrowing their chances down to get a job. So when you ask this question, when will I get a job? That should not be the question, because you can get a job anywhere, anyhow. What the question is, when will I get this particular job? And even that question is very difficult to answer. You can go to many astrologers, and all of these people who come to me, they have gone to 3, 4, 5 different, because in India there's like gazillion astrologers sitting there, okay? And they go to all these astrologers and they say, this astrologer told me I will get a job between April and June. This will told me I will get from October and December, and then nothing happened. I haven't gotten a job yet. What's going on? And what happens is, most of the time, most Vedic astrologer will predict things in the future. They will say, you will get a job in between this time and this time, and this time and this time will come in 4 months, where the client would forget about what astrologer said, and astrologer doesn't have to worry about the consequences of having the failed prediction. And me testing this on myself, on other people, there is no right time for this question to be answered. You will get a job on this day, this time, unless you are connected to the divine, unless you have the intuition like Kapiel Raaj, or somebody like, Jaimini, somebody like, there's so many astrologers who are connected to the divine. They automatically get the date when you ask that question. It's not about really looking at the horoscope. See, the horoscope tells you your career, the time period where you will make the maximum amount of money, and the maximum amount of opportunities you will get. But to narrow it down to the actual hour or day or week that you will get a job, that can only be done with the absolute expert who are less than 0.1% on this planet. And this is why when I get these messages, all of you, literally over 80, in my terms that I have had the conversation with, 90% of the people have gone through many astrologers who have said, you will get a job from this time to this time, and that didn't happen. They got a job in the time they didn't predict, and then they lost a job, and all of these things happen. But it does not matter if you're going through Sadhisati, you have a Kalsarp Yuga, you have Game Dhrum Dosha, you have all of these, Arishta Yoga, whatever yoga you have, it cannot stop you from not getting a job. But the problem is not this planet. Planets are not doing this. There's our different layers of planet. Just like I told you, there's hourly, yearly, weekly planetary periods that are affecting you. There's also other planetary levels that are affecting you. There are planets of your children, wife, family members that are affecting each other. Then there's horoscope of the state that is, or that particular land area that you're in. Then there's a horoscope of the country that is affecting you. And the problem is like, because in India, the process of even getting a simple job as customer service, and I saw this documentary on it just last month, I think, where how they take you to such a rigorous process of 3-4 months just to qualify you for a customer service job. And it's so stupid and ridiculous. It makes me angry that there's so many people waiting for that opportunity to work, where I have done the same jobs and I've gotten hired for them in 1 day, and I've been trained in 1 or 2 days. Somebody sits with you, tells you the computer system, you answer this and that, and they will ask you these questions, and you start practicing with them within, like, after the lunchtime period or the next day. And within 2 or 3 days, you're on your own, you're working, and you're answering their questions. And that's it. Where in India, just to qualify for like a Dell customer service, people will go through like 3-month time period, and then they will get hired, and they will make it such a big opportunity. Oh my God, you just got hired for MIT or as a Harvard professor. And it's nothing. And this is the problem with these, these ridiculously cheap and, hoarding corporations in India, who just wants to, like completely saw you, to the thinnest level of you, and then give you the job paying nothing. And this is what needs to change in this country. The hiring process has to be quick. The training process has to be quick, because I saw that. I saw that on the television, how they hire people in India just to do normal jobs, and they make it look like a big deal, because they're not used to the scenario of United States. In United States, you can get a customer service job 10 times a day. I can apply for a customer service job right now, which is probably online on Craigslist or on Monster.com, and say I need to get this job. I can apply send my 15 resumes. I will guarantee you I will get 8 interviews lined up in the next week. So it's not the question of your own horoscope. It is the state of the country that you're in, their laws and regulations, and is depending upon what other countries are out there. That's what really will answer this question. It's not your horoscope. You can be going through the Ketu Mahadasha, and in Ketu Mahadasha, you can get a job as a restaurant waiter, dish cleaner. You can get a job as a janitor. Okay, in my Sarasati, I've done janitor jobs. I have done salesman jobs, cashier jobs. All the jobs you can think of, I've done it, and I've gotten one after the other. And so, and especially when I looked at it, the planetary placement I was going through, planetary time period, the transits, the tithi I was going through, none of it was supposed to give me that at that period. I was supposed to get a job the next hour, but the hour that I was hired, nothing. So when you ask this job to an astrologer, they cannot answer you, or they will just act to be safe, and they will say, okay, in this time period, you'll get a job. However, when I did my career consultation that I will do again by end of this month, I told somebody, just yesterday I had people email me back because I lost a lot of my, Gmail send item where I told you your career, what you should do. And there I predicted for somebody that I told them that within this time period is the best time period for opportunities, not to get a job, to opportunity. You'll get a lot of network opportunities to network with people, and through that you should go for a job. And when she emailed me yesterday and said, yeah, within this time period I got this job because I went through this group setting, and then in that setting I met somebody. So that's how you do it. And the big problem is also this, is especially when I did my career consultation, I saw a lot of people who should not be working under someone else, yet should be doing their own business, should be making money through their own effort. See, there's a difference between making money through service and then making money through your own self. There are time periods when you do have to do service, and then there are certain time periods when you need to be doing your own job. And people force themselves, and yet in that time period also, they want to do business, they want to do something. Yet in that time period, they're forcing themselves to get a job because that's the safest thing. They don't want to go outside their comfort zone. See, and that's when all of these things come into play. That's when I look at the other planets. I'm like, how strong is their willpower? How strong is their ability to go out and fight? And how strong is their, capacity to take chances, to take risks? Because in order to be a businessman, in order to do your own business, you have to take many risks. I took a risk. I quit my job. I'm like, I don't know if this is going to work or not. I'll just have to do it. I just have to go for it. And I went for it. And it kind of worked out. And that's the same thing. So, in my career consultation, I was seeing a lot of patterns of people who in this time period should be doing a job, should be doing work, should be working under someone else. Yet then they were trying to, do business, and it wasn't working out where they should be. And then there was the other group who should be, making money on their own, doing their own business, yet they're forcing themselves to do a job. And majority of them actually should have been doing their own business, yet they were forcing themselves to do a job because that's all they know. That's all their parents have said. Go out and get a good job. Moms, uncles, cousins, friends. I got a job, get a job, get a job, get a job. Even in this country too. When are you going to get a job? When was the last time a parent or somebody to you said, when are you going to start your own business? When are you going to make money through your own effort? Go out there and make money through your own effort. No, that's not what comes out. So all throughout your life, your mental psyche is only hearing this one word, job, 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 job. And that's when you kind of drain yourself out from the true self that you are, and you become something that you have heard over and over. You always should get a job, save money, have a 401k plan, have retirement plan, and just retire with some money and live your life and then die. Where if you heard this in your community, no, be innovative, be your own boss, have your own time period to work. You can wake up anytime you want and work, make your own opportunity. You would be doing a whole lot better as a country, as a state, as a community than what you are right now. And this is why a lot of innovations still happen in the United States. A lot of innovative people. This is why everybody wants to come to the United States, even now, even in this economy, even in this time period. They're put more emphasis on you creating an empire than you working for an empire. And I see this. I read business magazines. I read articles online about business, and because I'm a natural business person now. Even in my time period of doing service, I always wanted to have my opportunity. But I was just this person who just never gave up. I'm like, I wanted to do my own thing. And so when I read this, I still see, compared to all the countries, yeah, the United States has the most empowerment opportunities for you to be your own boss. So all of these things matter, guys. It's not just about you finding a time period to get a job. You may not, you shouldn't be doing a job. You should be working for yourself, or you should not be doing business. You should be working under someone else and making probably more money than you would make at your own business. Somebody working for Google in a managerial position is probably making close to $300,000. Normal. It's normal in Google. Where if you had your own business, your own hours, yet you were making $20,000 a year, $30,000 a year, you can compare the two. Okay. So I just wanted to answer this question today, and hopefully this will give you a whole lot more insight about the answer to this question, which there is no answer to this question. Okay. So guys, if you're new to my channel, then subscribe below, because that's what I'm going to talk about, all about Vedic astrology. And if you want to know where your planetary placements are, what Mahadashas, Charadasha, you're going through, all the conjunction aspects, information on that, for that, check out the links here so you can get my books and my full astrological report. Otherwise, we'll see you next time with 6th Lord in the 10th house. Bye-bye.